أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم دستور مدد صاحب الصيف طريقة الصوبة في الهم الجميع. Nasruddin Hoja is a big friend of Allah. When he was created, Nasruddin Hoja was created as a prophet. He was not created as an awliya. He was created as a prophet. But like all prophets, all of them begging Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to just be an average member of the ummah of Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, just like you and me, just one from the ummah, from the nation of the Prophet. He didn't want his prophethood. He said, give up. Ya Rabbi, I would rather become just one of them, no one special, just one of them, than to have to carry this big honor of prophethood out of billions and billions and billions and billions of human beings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had created. Only 124,000 prophets were sent. So many prophets, all the prophets, they were wanting that because they understood the big honor and the rahmat, the mercy that comes, the title that comes from just being one of the members of the nation of the Prophet, the nation of the beloved one. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted his request. He did not become a prophet. He was sent to be just a member of the ummah. And the other person that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted the request was Isa alayhi salam, was Jesus. He accepted it. There's so many secrets and close relationship between Isa alayhi salam and the Prophet alayhi salam too. That so many things are going to be revealed in the last days. So when he requested Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, his reason was, Ya Rabbi, I want to give up from my prophethood. I understand this is the big honor, the biggest honor that you can give to any human being. But I want to become just one of them so that, he didn't say that he wanted the blessings. He said, so that I can carry their burdens. He wanted to help us. He wanted to carry our burdens. So Nasruddin Hoja, he was given that request was granted. So any time anyone tells you a story of Nasruddin Hoja, anyone who listens, no matter how heavy their problems are, they forget about their problems completely and they start laughing. Those heaviness, Nasruddin Hoja is carrying. So I was asking, you have any questions? No. You have anything to say? No. So I was going to do a Nasruddin Hoja. I was going to say, do you know what I'm going to talk to you about? Because one day Nasruddin Hoja did the same. He went on the minbar and he says, oh people. They're looking at him. Do you know what I'm going to talk to you about today? They look at each other, they say, no. And he said, if you don't know what I'm going to talk to you about today, then why I should talk to you? So he stepped down. People look at each other and say, it's over, it's finished. So they went home. They say, this cannot be. We have to listen to the khutbah. We have to listen to the sohbet. So the next week, when he mounted the minbar again, and Nasruddin was just saying, oh people, do you know what I'm going to talk to you about today? So they all got very smart and they say, yes, we do. Yeah, Hoja, we do. Say, okay, very good. Since you know what I'm going to talk to you about today, what is the use for me to talk anything to you? Because you already know. So he came down again. Now the people, they say, okay, this cannot be now. 2 weeks in a row. Third week, they say, this is what we're going to ask him. If he asks us, this is what we're going to answer him. So we went up and it says, oh people, do you know what I'm going to say to you today? So half the people said, no, Ya Hoja. And half of the people said, yes. Thinking, this time he is caught. He has to speak something. He said, very good. In that case, those of you who know what I'm going to talk to you about today, will say to those who don't know what I'm going to talk about today. And he came down. I feel like that so many times. Meaning they come forward and everyone is being so, not empty. You are not empty, you are full. You come in full, you don't come empty. When you come empty, you're very thirsty. When you come empty, you're looking for answers. You're very thirsty, you have a lot of questions. When you come full, that's the time you're just looking like this. I'm not looking, you close your eyes. I'm looking, you open your eyes like this. Because the person who is hungry is going to look for food. The person who is full, even if we show him all the most delicious food, everything, he's not interested, correct? So how are you going to come empty? This is another thing, another secret, that coming for sohbat, you have to prepare yourself. Yes, we are coming. Very good. You come on time. You have to come early. Okay, you're cleaning yourself. You make nice, put clean clothes, nice smells and everything. Okay, very good. You are there. Physically, you are there. Physically, you are there. But did you empty? You didn't empty. If you empty, then you realize, oh, I'm in need of gasoline. Let me ask him. Then it's going to turn around and around. Anyway, let me ask again, maybe this time. Some people, they realize, oh, I'm empty. Let me ask some questions. Any question? Yeah? Yes, Aslan? Yes.
We try to be thankful, but sometimes you again get off into your normal lives. How can we be thankful all the time?
Every time that you discover you're not thankful, smack yourself. Okay? Smack yourself and say, how dare you complain? What are you complaining about? If you are complaining about how much better you have to be, like that, good. You should complain to Allah about your weakness all the time. That's not real complaining anyway. Because most of the time people are complaining about things that they have. They just want more. They have something, but they just want more. They forgot those days when they don't have it. That is the nature of the ego. That is the nature of man. You don't have it, you ask, you plead, you're so close to Allah, subhanallah. Correct? Every waking hour, it is asking Allah, always asking, so close, you are very close. And Allah likes that. Allah says, ask from me. Even if you break your shoelaces, He says, ask from me. I like to hear the voice of my servants who ask from me, because I'm the master and I'm the most generous. But once we get, we don't ask anymore, we don't look anymore, no passion anymore, nothing. But once we get, not only we stop, and I don't mean stop as in some people, they say, okay, thank you. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. After that, finish. They don't have the same. When you don't have, not 1, 2, 3 days, 100 days you're going to keep asking. But when you have, you don't say thank you. You let it to pass 1, 2, 3 days. After that, and you forgot the days when you don't have it. You forget. And you forget to say, maybe there's a reason why I don't have it right now. I should be patient. Maybe there is a way for me to ask. Because so many, they complain, they're not really asking. They have no manners in asking. Who you think you're asking? Your father? Huh? That's why in Islam you say you cannot address to Allah as a father. You grow up. You know how to say Isa alayhi salam is the king of kings. Huh? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you think you can just ask like that without any manners? Like what the khutbah is saying, you're asking, but you're not asking Allah for the sake of the Prophet. You have no love for the Prophet. You have no love for the rulings of Islam. You have no love for those ones whom Allah loves, and you're asking. You can ask, you're not going to get. In the past, people don't ask from themselves. They say, for the sake of this one, please, not for me. By myself, I have no right to ask you anything. but please for the sake of your Prophet, please for the sake of your awliya, please for the sake of the shuhada, for their sake ask me. Today's people, they don't ask for the sake of those ones. Correct? That's why nothing is given. You will say ask for the sake of those ones. They say, no, that is shirk. We ask only Allah. Yes, we ask only Allah. But Allah is saying, approach me by the best means. And the best means are those whom He loves. And He's saying, in the Holy Quran, say to them, Ya Muhammad, ﷺ, say to them, if you love Allah, you must love me and follow me and obey me for Allah to love you. So people don't know the protocol of asking. They don't know. Then when they ask, it's only about complaining. It's not saying this is something wrong that I have done, that's why I'm not getting this. I'm asking for this, but I'm not getting it. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Let me fix myself first. They don't say. They say, no, I want that one because everyone else is doing me wrong. I'm the victim. Islam is not teaching that you're a victim, never. If Islam has that tradition of being a victim, our calendar is going to be filled with all the wars and all the battles that we've won to our enemies, and the dates and the wars that we've lost to the enemies. We don't. So, we have to be aware of this. These are the days that we're going to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we have to ask sincerely. We have to have manners in asking. We have to know what is stopping me from this reaching to me. When we understand that, we are removing that. Because there are certain barricades between us and Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I'm not going to remove until you remove it. We have to remove that. So many are stubborn, so many are arrogant. And they're asking. You're not removing the stubbornness and arrogance, nothing is going to reach to you. You're not, nothing is going to reach to you. So, how to be thankful every day? Make it into a habit. Make it into a habit. Make it into a habit not only when you have it that you are thankful, when you don't have it, you are thankful. Everything has to be a habit. It's not once in a while. Our prayers after the Shahada is 5 times a day. How many times a day we are sincerely thankful to Allah? Thankful when we don't have it. So, if you forget that, smack yourself a little bit and say, shame on you. You forgot. Astaghfirullah. I mean, I'm not advocating self-inflicted pain later. Is modern, too smart test tube baby, Boston Smarty tube babies, they are going to say, oh, look at this one. He's saying to people to beat themselves up. Yeah, all sorts of things. Anyway, I think it's clear. No? Assalamu alaikum. Right.